on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. You know who it is by now,
Jimothy.
So if you have been living under a rock, then you would definitely know that I have been living under a rock, ladies and gents. It has been a while since I've been on the channel, and yes, I do still play Yu Gi Oh, funnily enough. Now, I have actually been trying to keep up with the metagame and just kind of like what's happening and what's not happening, and we're in a little bit of a flux at the moment, with a ban list kind of like looming, but then national season also looming. It's a little bit difficult as to kind of like what exactly to prepare for, because the old decks are still in the format, i.e. Kashtira, but then some of the newer decks are in the format like Super Heavy Samurais, for example, and Pirelli. So it's a little bit interesting as to what you kind of take your deck out for. Now, I have been playing quite a lot of Mathmech, and as you've seen on the community post, I actually did win a winner box using Mathmech, and it's probably what I'm going to play when I go to nationals at the end of this month. I haven't got much time to practice a new deck anyway, but if I do change my mind, you'll definitely hear about it on the channel. But yeah, it's a little bit of a weird time. There's a lot of people that are feeling the same way. They're kind of like hesitant because Konami does like to hit decks in order to kind of like promote new product, and there's no way that the new product's gonna sell when Kashtira overwhelmingly like gatekeeps half of the new decks that are like trying to come into the meta. Macros Cosmos being in the format is just super duper powerful, so it's gonna be interesting where they go with the ban list. But yeah, I haven't made a prediction list as I said I would in my last video, just because I've been busy. I'm currently in the process of selling my house, so if you are a homeowner, you would definitely know how long that process is. But anyway, enough about my life story. We are here. You came for cards. We have got cards on the screen, digital form by the way, and this is a deck that I've semi-built in real life, just because I wanted to just like fool around with it. I kind of came across the cards, and then I decided just to pick up the later support, which is P.U.N.K, Gold Pride. Now, I was actually thinking about playing Gold Pride Pure, just because you'd be able to squeeze in more hand traps, but I just don't know how strong the deck is by itself. And this build that you see in front of you, ladies and gents, is by no means the finished article. I mean, there's a lot of things that could change basically, and I've got 44 cards in the deck, and I don't really know if I want to whittle it down, or if I could whittle it down if I wanted to anyway. Extra deck's not solved, and I think that's the issue with like Gold Pride at the moment. They don't really know exactly how they want to play. There's been a few lists that have came out, but for the most part, they're still kind of like in a little bit of a flux. So yeah, this is the list that I've got so far. So I've got obviously the best card in the deck, Cyframe Driver, as well as the one Nitro Head. Again, this card's really strong against Kashtira, so I decided to main deck it. I have seen a few lists where they've put this in the side. I've decided to run the 2 Foxy Tune and the 1 Deer Note, as well as the 2 Rollerballer, the 2 Leon, and I think I've got Captain Carrie as a 3 of somewhere. Where's she gone? Yeah, there she is. 3 Captain Carrie. I think Carrie's the best one just because she can net you the search for the trap. So yeah, definitely the strongest card. Allows for some follow up as well. But yeah, P.U.N.K cards, very simple. Got Xiamen, Foxy Tune, obviously I mentioned Deer Note. I think I'm only playing one of the other level 3s. And I don't play Ogre Dance just because of space. I wanted to put hand traps in the list, and obviously Gamma, Ogre, Droll, they're kind of like some of the hand traps that are a little bit prominent in the current state of the meta game. So I decided to include them just because they kind of hurt quite a lot of decks. Gamma's always been a strong card, and in this deck you can utilize it a lot, especially on your own turn. As for the traps, I've got a bit trap heavy, and I'm a little bit weary of this. I've got 2 of the Gold Pride traps, obviously triple infinite impermanence, as well as the 1 dangerous Gabu, which is searchable. I might actually end up messing with this ratio just because I feel like there's quite a lot of traps in the deck, but with 44 cards, I'm kind of hoping that it's a little bit diluted, so I won't see all the traps at once, fingers crossed. Extra deck for the most part is not solved. I don't know whether or not I should be playing 2 Pinballer just in case I see this in Graveyard. But nevertheless, it's there. It is what it is. Yeah, so this is it, ladies and gents. Gold Pride P.U.N.K. I will see if I can get into a match and just see if I can test this out. Okay, ladies and gents, we are back through the power of editing. We've managed to find ourselves a game, and let's see if we can bring the rock, paper, scissors here. Let's go. Definitely going first, and our hand is looking not the best. We die here to pretty much a lot of things. We'll add the Leon. We'll take that. Special the carry. Get the search off the carry. This is not looking too bad here. Then we special the Leon. We gotta watch our summons though, because I don't want to play into Nibiru unnecessarily. So we're gonna try and keep it as simple as possible. We'll overlay because we want the draw, to be honest. Overlay into Chariot carry. 2700 defense. That is not to be scoffed at. It's quite large. We'll grab the Crowd Goes Wild just for a little bit of follow up. So that's 3 summons now. We don't want to trigger anything else. We're going to set the trap. That's 4 summons. And I think we're going to leave it there. We could have extended with the Crowd Goes Wild, but I thought I'd just get it out of the deck anyway. I could potentially play next turn, but I don't want to play into Nibiru unnecessarily. And these summons in the end phase aren't unaffected by Nibiru anyway, so it's not a problem. We'll get the carry back. And then we'll get the draw. Driver. What are the chances? Alright, end phase. Oh, wannabe. Okay. So he's hit the Shade Brigandine, which is going to obviously add. Chances are he's playing Trap Trick. I need to get a copy of Wannabe. That card's actually crazy. I have got a Labyrinth deck that I'm kind of like in the process of building. And Wannabe just seems like a crazy card. It's going straight for the Shade Brigandine early. Okay, fair enough. How did I know he was playing Trap Tricks? It was inevitable. I might as well droll here. Actually, no, because then I'm not going to draw. Yes, I'm not going to let him overextend. And I will be taking that Parallel Exceed. Thank you very much. So he's going to be mandatory. So we're still going to get a 4 on field, which is a bit annoying, but... we'll take the Sarah and we'll take this just in case he decides to make a Time Thief redoer, which he probably still can make, but let's try and force him to do that. So I know he's got Holotay in his hand, so probably still will be able to do something. It could overlay here into a rank 4. But I do have the Ogre for the rank 4. So here comes the whole Tay. Ooh, Floodgate. Alright, so summon the monster. Let's target that bad boy. We want Leon, we want Nitro, and we want Carry. Might as well. Pop. See you later. We don't want no more Trap Tricks monsters on this field. So he's going to be able to reborn his Sarah, to be honest. Spingen's Merrymaker. So he's going to overlay into Sargas and get Therion, King Regulus. Yep, we're ogering that. Now the time is to draw. He probably doesn't have Gamma. If he does, I am getting hard punished. But yeah, I doubt it. I doubt that he would have had Gamma. And that is it, ladies and gents. Just could not play through the interaction. So, Gold Pride Punk. Didn't really see any Punk cards, but like I said, it's a rogue deck at best at the moment. I feel like I said earlier, once it gets its identity, it will be a stronger deck. At the moment, you just kind of like turboing into Psychic End Punisher, which is the main part of your game. But I do like the fact that it's got varied interaction. You got the trap, you've got the monsters, which is just like that weird non-targeting removal. You've got the XYZ, you've got a pop. Like, it's very, very interactive in terms of a deck. But the cost of that interaction is the fact that it's not as effective as some of the other meta decks that are out there that can do a lot more with less cards, basically. So that's what kind of like pushes it into like the rogue status. But fun deck nonetheless, and it's probably something that I'm going to mess about until the format's a little bit more solved, because like I said earlier, everything's up in the air at the moment. But anyway, ladies and gents, it's good to be back. Hopefully should be making some more content more regularly. And if you do like this content, you know what to do by now. Hit that like button, share, subscribe, all of that beautiful good stuff, and I will definitely see you guys on the next video. Hope you enjoyed. Peace.